On average, 1 in 5 clients that schedule calls with you will never show up. That's 20% of your calendar that you could be spending watching Netflix. That's why I think business automations are so important and yet so overlooked. Today, we're going to be showing you the single automation that we implemented in our agency to dramatically decrease the no-show rate we have using Zapier and ChatGPT. So let's get right into it. So we're going to start in the Zapier workflow dashboard. You can see here we have the default trigger and action already here. So let's start with the trigger. For the trigger, we're going to select Calendly. And then we're going to select an event, and the event is going to be invitee created. This means whenever a prospect or a lead books a call, that is what the invitee means. So we'll go ahead and click continue. And then we will test our trigger. So we got the trigger. You can see here all the information that comes along with a Calendly booking that we have set up. And we'll come to action. And the next action we're going to do is Slack. So Slack is where we're going to send the first notification letting us know that somebody has booked an appointment. Oftentimes, you don't even know when people book appointments because you're not checking your email. So you want to send it to whatever means of communication you and your team use. So we're going to do Slack in this example. And for the event, we will send a channel message and continue. And then we'll have to connect to Slack. So we'll allow that. We'll continue. We will pick a channel, and for this, I've made a channel called Discovery Calls. So we'll select Discovery Calls. And for the message text, this is where we're going to get all our information from the calendar. So we'll just write a simple message so that we can see it in Slack along with the details that are included. So we'll say, hello, WGMI Labs team. You have a new call booked. And then that's when we can proceed to enter all of our information. So we'll start with the invitee name, blank, just booked a call. And we'll actually say just booked a, and then we'll take the event name. So we'll come event type name. So Tucker George just booked a discovery call. And then we can go ahead and give it a date and time. So we'll say booked an event on, and then we'll take the start time. So event start time. So hello, WGMI Labs team. You have a new call booked. Tucker just booked a call, just booked a discovery call at WGMI Labs on blank date. This just lets your team know right when it happens. So you can reach out, call them if you'd like, but we're going to set up an automated email instead. So we'll go ahead and test that this actually sends. So we will test the step. So you can see the data that it sent over. Now let's go to Slack and see if we actually did receive a message. So yes, we received a message from Zapier. Hello, WGMI Labs team. You have a new call booked, and then the event name and the date it is. Now we could also add another field that gives the link that is involved with the Google invite. So let's go back and add that under our actions. So we'll just say invite link, and then we'll post the location of the meeting. So we'll come down here and we will select event location, and then you'll be able to just click that link and join the meeting when you're ready. So we'll continue. We'll retest the step. Great, it's sent. Let's go check our Slack. You can see now we have the Google Meet. So very good way to keep your team informed in real time of when clients are booking meetings. It's very important when you don't have automations in place to handle this, to have your team on it immediately once a prospect or lead has booked a call. So now that we have Slack set up, let's come and select our next action, which is going to be ChatGPT. So we'll come and select ChatGPT. And for the event, we're going to select write an email. We'll click continue and continue again. So for the information that we're going to provide, it's actually going to come from that Calendly trigger that we made earlier. So for recipient name, we'll get the invitee created in Calendly, and that's going to be invitee name. Then for the recipient email, we're going to want the invitee email. From name, you can put whatever you like. I'll just put my name for now. So now we can start writing our prompt. So we can say something like, write a confirmation email to someone that just booked a call with us. Please also reference, and this is where we can include some personalization. So we prompt them to input what they want to discuss on the call. So we'll go ahead and select the question and answers. Select that. Please also reference blank. Now we can add some additional clarification. So we can say, this is a follow-up email to a call booking. Okay, now let's see what that generates us. So we'll continue. We'll test the step. So now you can see the response that gets generated. So we can read through this quickly and it looks all right, but I think it could use some improvement. So this is where you want to go back to your prompt and change it and test and change and test until you get the perfect responses for your specific use case. But for now, that's good enough. We'll move on to the next step and write our email. So now we'll come over to Gmail and we'll choose an event and we will say send email. We'll click continue and continue again. And now we can write the to. So who are we sending it to? We'll take that invitee email again, paste it here. You can CC anyone on your team that needs to be involved. And you can pick from, so we'll pick from admin account. And then we will say our name, Tucker George, I'm sending this to myself. And reply to, we'll skip over that. And we will say for the subject, this is something you probably want to customize, but for now we'll just write test. Body type we'll leave as plain, and then for the body, we're going to grab what that ChatGPT response was. So that's going to be right there, and that's going to give that whole email to whoever we're writing to. You can also add things like your signature, which mailbox you want it to go in, etc. That's just based on your specific use case. Again, we'll click continue, and we'll test the step. And this should go through the whole workflow and send an email as the final result. You can see I just received the email. So one thing you could change though is the formatting. This I feel like could be maybe an HTML customized email just to give it a better appearance. But that is the exact way that we decrease our no-shows, by letting our leads know right away that we got our confirmation. Of course, we do have other workflows. Maybe we can cover those in future videos. But until then, I'll see you in the next one.